Yeah, hi Kathy, this is Dennis Clark. Today's Thursday, the 23rd, the day after your school. And this is the video that Doug took when I think you were absent for the first part of the clinic, and this is when he did later, so this is your Wednesday video. But the one thing I want to point out to you is this posture deal. You have to get more, over the ball. That's the big thing for you, really. If you get this straight up, you're always going to struggle with a little bit of that aroundness to your swing. The way that works, just so you understand it, is I'll do it like this. We always tend to swing our arms around our upper body. So if my upper body is like this, around it would be like that, very, very flat, right? Well, the more it goes like this, the more the swing can get steep. Does that make sense to you? Right, so you have a posture set up for a very flat, rounded swing. And that can be corrected by bending you over at the hips or the waist a little bit. So you feel your seat out, further out from the heels of your shoes. And that's a correction that, I make for pretty much everybody because you really can't make a different incline plane swing without it. So that's kind of what I have in mind for you. So if you can work on that, it would be great. I know you guys get a limited amount of time to play, but that would be a great place to start, because without it, everything else is going to be for naught, really. Okay. The other thing that we did was we moved in a little closer, which you are, which is good. This is pointing pretty much at the belt buckle, which we want. And we talked about up and down versus around. This goes for pitching, bunkers, full swing, everything that you're trying to hit off the ground. The club must go up to come down. And you did a good job with that. That is really good. Now you're going to have some adjustments to make, because, if you think about it, in all the time that you've played golf, you probably never really felt what it was like to have an upright swing. So it's kind of a new feeling for you, and you'll have to make some adjustments kind of on the way coming down to deal with that, because it was much, much flatter than that. But that's where you should be, with the golf ball pointed down like that. When we did this first on Monday, the club at that point was pointed well out here, really what we call laid off or flat. And now, if you'll notice, your club is on a very similar incline to the way it was when it started. It's actually very, very good. You adjusted to that better than most do, to be honest. So kudos on that. And your shoulders are turning nicely, so that's a good position. I mean, that's a position where you can really get to the ball more. And the more you're over the ball, the easier it's going to do to make that too. Now, as you swing down, you'll have to get used to following with your body, because that is a position that you couldn't do before. See how long your heel stays flat? Sometimes you'll get one up in the air like you did here, and sometimes you won't. But if you can just feel that you're coming down more steeply than you were before, and you are, I mean, that's really an excellent position. I can't tell you how good that is. and you start using your body to turn to face the target as you come down, you're going to get more consistent with getting it off the ground, and you're going to get more power to it. So let's go back to a female model here, and you'll notice as she comes down that her weight shifts to the inside of that right foot, and then she pushes off of it and finishes like that. So I want you to watch that again. Push off the right foot, kind of like, I don't know if you're a baseball fan, but kind of like a pitcher, pushing off the rubber in baseball. That's where the weight transfers to the left side, and then she finishes over there. So that's not, like I said, that's going to take a little getting used to, but that does go with your more upright swing. Okay, so that's the crux of the matter for you. I hope you enjoyed the program. I enjoyed having you guys in school, and hopefully you'll get a little time to practice. Normally, living in North Carolina, I would say you would when you go back, but then I think Jeff informed me you're pretty far up in the North Carolina mountains, so you may still have some cold weather for a while. I don't know. Now as you come down, the one thing I want to point out from this direction would be this. As you come down, now that you're going to be coming down, you have to work on getting this left arm extended. So these two are going to have to be kind of in conjunction at the simultaneous, and blend them, rub your head, pat your stomach. Left arm extended, body following through. See where you get now? All you had to do was get there earlier with your arm extended. So there's no physical reason, obviously, why you can't get to this side. It's just a habit of hitting flat-footed and trying to help the ball up in the air. But what will get it up in the air is coming down on the better angle, getting your arms completely extended, and following through with your body. Okay? Send me a video from time to time. Keep in touch, and I wish you all the best.